Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick update of the Divine Masculine and where they are in their headspace. Because I feel a really strong, strong shift in their energy, like a more determined shift. So, to start off the reading, I have here the Star, and to clarify that I have the World and two Wands. This is exactly what I was feeling, like a very strong change. Which is exactly that, the World. And what I'm feeling with this is that the Divine Masculine is ready to make concrete steps. Like the Two of Wands and the World. And I don't know if he's holding the world here or the globe, but usually in the Two of Wands, I believe that's what the man is holding. It's the world in his hands. And it's so ironic because the World card came here and he's holding the world in his hands. So to me, it's the Divine Masculine. Also, like I said, we're mirroring each other. We as Divine Feminines have come into our own power and making concrete, not, like where we were before. We were like, I'm leaving, but if you just give me a sign, any sign will do, and I'm back. You know what I mean? Like we've all done that, where we're like, okay, I'm really fed up and I'm about to leave. I'm leaving now, but we're just kind of like, we've got 2 feet in the same, side still. And we're just like, hello, I'm leaving. But, it's almost like we didn't even get the attention or the seriousness reaction on their end. But now we're like, okay, so you don't care. You really don't care. I'm seriously moving on. And they hear and feel and sense that. And because they feel, hear, and sense that, they're looking at us differently. And now they're really also moving into their power and making concrete steps. That's what oh my God, if you guys look at the other video I'm going to post that I recorded before this, I share a little bit more about how I was feeling and what I was channeling from my Divine Masculine, and see if that resonates with you too. But with these two cards together, that's exactly the energy I was feeling. They're holding the world. They're looking into the future, and they've already made decisions, and they're in that process of making concrete changes in their life. And this is them wishing and dreaming on, their star. He's looking up to the sky. He's making his dreams, hoping that we're still there waiting for them. They're hoping and they're hopeful. And that's why I think a lot of us are getting those telepathic communications where they're like, listen, I'm still in here. I'm still in this. Are you with me? That's the feeling I'm getting. I'm still in this and I'm still willing to work for it. Are you with me? So that's the energy that I was attracting. Next to that, we have the Knight of Wands. So that's them making concrete changes to come towards the Divine Feminine. This is the Knight of Cups. He's like, all right, I'm coming. I'm getting my gear. I'm getting all my stuff. I'm gathering all my belongings, and I'm moving forward. Next to that, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is very, very much in this spread and in the other spread that I'm going to put in after this, because I'm going to do the Tarot Sexual Magic after this spread. I pulled some cards and I'll show you that spread as well. If you guys don't feel comfortable watching that, you can just click out after this reading. But the Emperor is in this spread, and he's also in the Sexual Tarot of Magic. He is very, very present. And the Emperor, to me, has always represented the Divine Masculine, because he's in charge of a big kingdom, not just one, area, not just a king. He's not just a king of one, general area. He's the King of Kings. He's like the main man, you know what I mean? He's like in charge of a lot. His domain is far. And so here we have, this is who's coming towards us, our Divine Masculine. He's like, okay, and the way they're and you guys know exactly how your Divine Masculine is, but I know mine is like, he's fierce. He's so freaking in his element. Nothing shakes him. And it's admirable, but at the same time, it's almost like, show me a little emotion. I know you deep inside. I know you better than anyone. So what are you being so hard for? I mean, yes, I get that's how they are to the world, but you as a divine feminine know your divine masculine underneath all of those layers of hardness. But this is them. They're like, okay, I'm coming. So underneath that, we have the Eight of Cups. And I feel like the Eight of Cups is actually the divine feminine. Like, we're like, I'm just going, I'm leaving, I'm on my own now, and I'm leaving. We've got the birds in the background, the animals. The universe is supporting us on whatever we decide to do. This is us. This is us, like, we're leaving. And again, but at the same time, they mirror our energy. So as I mentioned earlier, this is us leaving. This is also them gathering their stuff and leaving what no longer serves them. And they know what no longer serves them. And this is the Cups. Like, they've already decided to turn their back on what they know is no longer good for them, what's toxic. And I'm going to get to that in a little, because it all is in the spread, okay? Like, this whole spread screams, I'm ready and I'm done. So this is a divine masculine as well. You know, it's like we're in this divine masculine feminine, we're all in the same card. You know, it's like the same person. And in actuality, we are the same in two bodies, right? So we're doing a lot of the same things. We are moving on. They are too. They're gathering their stuff and they're like, well, I'm leaving. I'm following your lead. And so they're also leaving things that no longer serve them. Next to that, we have, oh gosh, the King of Wands. So this is a very fiery, passionate reading. I mean, like, their intention is passionate. This is the divine masculine. Again, they're in their power. They're now making moves, and they know that they have to intentionally make changes. So next to that, we have the Tower. And the Tower is clarified by all these cards. And it's so funny. I wish you guys can see. And when I can get my place set up like I want it to be set up, you'll be able to see how I shuffle. My spirit guides show me what cards. It's so funny. I just have to show you. When I shuffle the cards, they'll come out in a weird way where I will know when certain cards resonate with the specific question I'm asking. But these cards came out. And I have the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Ten of Swords. Listen, you guys. If your divine masculine is in a committed relationship, which I am feeling like this spread is going to be more towards that, that's what it's saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when I say that big changes are happening, I mean big changes are happening. I feel it for whoever this spread resonates for. And I don't know. I know that my divine masculine is in a karmic relationship, but I have nothing confirming whether this is true or not for my situation. I don't know if this would resonate in my situation, but if this resonates with you, please comment down below, because I strongly feel that this is in regards to a divine masculine that's in a karmic relationship with someone in a relationship, in a commitment, because this is the Emperor. Again, the Emperor comes up so many times. The divine masculine and his wife or his partner, whoever he's with. It is the Tower moment for them. Like, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know, but they're realizing it's toxic with the Devil energy. Both are, I feel like both, not just the divine masculine, they know, both of them know that this relationship is toxic for both of them. And they have the Ten of Swords, okay, you guys? The Ten of Swords and the Tower, clarifying that they have both agreed to disagree. That's how I feel. If your divine masculine is in a commitment or in a relationship, it is the end of that relationship. And it's the universe making them finally accept the reality that they've, I feel like a lot of divine masculines that are in relationships have been holding on for all the wrong reasons. They've been in relationships for convenience, for finances, and I hate to say this because I've been in that same boat, staying in relationships for kids, because they already have a foundation set up, because they have families that have merged for convenience, because of, I don't know, for whatever reason, except for true love. Like, they're in relationships with people for all the wrong reasons, and the universe steps in and gives them the 10 of swords. That's what I'm getting, and that's what I was channeling. Like, they are saying, divine feminine, I finally get it, and I've made my decision, and I'm making concrete steps to change my life, because I don't want the karmic. I don't want this situation. I know it is the devil. It's not healthy. And I get it, because I was in a karmic relationship, and a lot of us divine feminines were in karmic relationships. The thing is, we are more prone to accepting and moving on. We're more prone to that. After that row, I have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is someone that is determined, but also, you might be feeling like your guard is up and you're still fighting. To clarify that, we have the Empress and the Knight of Swords. And this spread, I get this more as the karmic again. I feel like the divine masculine is going to stand his ground. And, there could be turbulent waters between the divine masculine and their karmics, because we have the Knight of Swords and the Empress. Meaning, I'm not feeling like they're seeing eye to eye. Like, between our divine masculines and whoever they're in a relationship with, it's not going so well for them. And this isn't something that anyone should be rejoicing over, even though we do want to be with our divine masculines. I like to keep reminding myself of karma. You know what I mean? Like, this is where they're at, though. I feel like they're having realizations, and even though they're both realizing that they're in a toxic relationship. Sometimes, even though you're in a toxic relationship, that in itself, as toxic, depending on how toxic it is, there could be issues between them that they're trying to figure out. So there could be a lot of arguments. They're probably trying to come to an agreement. And coming to agreement, first you have to sometimes argue about things to come to a solution. So I feel like that's where they're at. They're like, this energy in itself is just really hard. Like, the divine masculine is standing his ground, and maybe their karmic is not happy, and there's a little bit of miscommunication, arguments between them. And then afterwards, I feel like it's going to eventually work out, because we have the Sun, and then we have the 4 of Wands. The Sun meaning that everyone is going to... The Sun to me in this spread is everyone is going to get their happy ending. You know what I mean? Because like I said, up here, I'm feeling like everyone knows this is toxic. Everyone feels the devil energy, not just the karmic, and not just the divine masculine. Everyone knows it. Let me tell you guys this. And I was watching another YouTuber. I'm sorry, I can never remember them because I watch so many videos just like you guys do. This particular YouTuber was saying, when a divine feminine comes into the divine masculine's life, even though he's in a relationship with a karmic, it really impacts them on the same level that it impacted you when he came into your life. You know what I mean? His feelings for the karmic is never going to be the same, because he's now emotionally feeling invested in you. And what does that do to the karmic? She knows it. She knows it. And it just ends up being this between them. And that's what this lady said. It's like, through time, it starts raising up all their issues. They start seeing things differently, because they start realizing that it isn't a divine union. They start seeing all the stuff that you if you were in a relationship, you start seeing it. Like, all of the flaws in the relationship become magnified, and it becomes karmic. I mean, it becomes toxic. You see what I mean? Like, you see all the flaws in your relationship, and it becomes magnified, and you start seeing this toxicity between you guys that you may not have seen before. Now, the sun comes up, and that's when I feel like after all of this goes down, people come to that, come to that realization that, what we all want is just ultimate happiness. So everyone comes to an agreement. They agree to disagree. And this is, I love how it depicts someone moving on. Like, here's the divine masculine feeling in his inner child self, healing. Because once you realize, oh God, I'm feeling it all over. It feels like the divine masculine is feeling that inner child. You know how when you are around your divine masculine, you can't help but feeling that childhood innocence, that happiness, that unconditional childhood love, the innocence, the pure bliss. This is them finally feeling free from the karmic. I don't know how else to put it. I feel bad saying this, but that's really how I feel they feel. They're like, I'm finally leaving this situation, and I'm feeling like this. Woohoo! Like, and this is what they want. They're moving into the Four of Wands. This is the twin flame card, and then to clarify that, it's the Hierophant and the High Priestess, which again, these are counterparts. This is the divine masculine in another form and the divine feminine in the other form. Two very, very powerful people, spiritually evolved, which is exactly what a twin flame relationship is at its healthiest, at its highest, at the high vibration. That's exactly it, you guys. Once you go through your healing, your Kundalini awakening, you're at your highest vibration. What are we? We're high priestesses. We're empresses. We're high priestesses, right? Because we're at complete, we're using our gifts after we get our, and I'll go into that, but a lot of you guys probably are aware, after you go through your Kundalini awakening, you go through your gifts. A lot of us become more highly intuitive, more sensitive, more aware. We're awakened. And what does that leave with the divine masculine? The counterpart, the Hierophant. They're actually investing in themselves. They've been doing the work. They've been putting in the effort. We just haven't been noticing. And now they're ready for this twin flame union. I feel like this is exactly it. Reunions. 11-11. The Four of Wands. Reunions. Coming together. This is what they're moving into, you guys. Oh my God. I don't know who it is, but you guys, whoever this is happening for, God, I wish it was me. But you know what? That's what's happening. That's what we're moving towards. Whoever this resonates for, this is awesome. And to end the reading, I have again the Two of Wands. Clarifying that is the Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Now, yes, a lot of the times people are like, the Seven of Swords is so negative. It's not the best card, blah, 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 blah. But in this case, I really feel like it's actually positive, because I feel like the divine masculine has something up his sleeve in regards to coming back to us in our lives. I feel like they're communicating. Here's the thing. They're communicating telepathically that they don't want us to leave, and that they want us, and that they're ready to make concrete steps and efforts. But when they actually come back, okay, it is going to be a secret, sweet surprise for a lot of the divine feminines. And they are watching. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Page of Swords. And And that's how I feel about my divine masculine. I don't know if you guys resonate on the same level, if you guys feel the same way, if your divine masculine does the same thing. But I definitely know I'm being watched by my divine masculine, which I have no problems. I don't mind having all eyes on me when it comes to him, right? And I think that a lot of you guys are probably can resonate with that, because I think a lot of divine masculines are very much on the same level, and as far as energy is concerned, like they all do the same thing. We have a lot of similarities as divine feminines. They have a lot of similarities as far as divine masculines go. So a lot of them are, this is what they've been doing the whole time. They have been watching every step. They have been watching everything we've been doing. So that was at the bottom of the deck. And then I pulled the last card as a 2 wands, which is them secretly planning on how to surprise us and come back. How to come back and how to return to their divine feminines. That's how it ends the reading. That's just confirming the whole spread though. Like nothing I can't explain. It's just such a beautiful spread. Such a beautiful spread, and it has resonated